gentlemen, may I present the following birthday?
What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday at 7 p.m. Welcome to the show. Appreciate it very much watching. I am Ty, and this week we are going to talk about, I want to thank actually first last week's guest, Sergeant Major of the Army, 13th Sergeant Major of the Army, Kenneth Preston. This week we're going to catch up with part 2 of HERNANDEZ. But before we do that, let's get over to the boys and see what they got going on.
Well, it's Thursday. Welcome in. Just a quick reminder for everybody, we're still selling T-shirts. Al's still in the lead, and I don't know how we're letting his WIC checks keep clearing the bank, but, selling T-shirts for charity. We're almost to the end of the year. We want to give some money to someone, so jump out there, grab them. Who knows? We might do a Black Friday deal for you because all you cheap-ass dudes don't like buying T-shirts. But anyway, get out there and support veterans around you. Just happy to be here. Go ahead and take it from there to the hero.
So I want to be clear. There's two things in life that I really, really hate. Like they're really bad. I hate it. Two things. Gonorrhea. Really hate gonorrhea. It's not any fun. Don't have love. If you never had it, it sucks. Don't get it. Try not to get it. If you get it, try to give it away as many people as you can. And then I hate fucking grocery shopping. Like it's a fucking bane on my. I mean, when I say I hate grocery shopping, like it drives me insane. And my wife's like, "Do you want to go grocery shopping?" Or if she asks me to go fucking grocery shopping, it drives me insane. And now, because we got crazy people out here threatening to fucking rob motherfuckers at grocery stores and shit and take their fucking groceries. Now my wife has decided I get to grocery shop in the month of November. So for all you assholes out there who are threatening to rob motherfuckers, remember this face. I'm going to have a cart full of groceries outside of a fucking Piggly Wiggly probably every weekend because we have a lot of kids. So we got to grocery shop all the time and I fucking hate it. So now you've done fucking inconvenienced my life. So I'm going to be outside there with a cart full of groceries. If you decide that you feel the need and you want to take my groceries, just remember, you are really risking you're risking it all. Cause I ain't gonna fight you. I ain't no fighter. Look at these little ass baby arms. I got little T-Rex arms. I can't fucking reach you anyway. I'm short, little, bald, got a dad bod. I'm out of shape, but I'm old, but I do carry everywhere I go. Multiple. I carry one in the truck, one on the hip. I got them ready. So if you decide, I got them ready. One in the truck, one on the hip. If you decide you want my fucking Thanksgiving dinner, you gonna go meet Jesus or whoever you believe in. Thank you for assholes posting stupid shit on the internet. Now my wife is scared. Now my ass has got to grocery shop, and I fucking hate it. I'd rather have gonorrhea. Put it like that.
Hey, bro, I got a quick question for you. Does Pensacola or Milton, Florida not do fucking curbside, dude? Just go pick that shit up at the grocery store, tell them to put it in your trunk, and then bust out.
Put on real clothes. Got to get out.
Not if you're pulling into the grocery store, bro.
Put on
you
real
in the
clothes.
parking lot, they put the shit in your car.
My mom always, you know how it is, bro. I don't want to get into a car, I could be looking whack. I got to make sure I look good. So I got to put on real fucking clothes. I got to get in the truck. I got to drive somewhere. I got to pick. People. And then the next thing is this. I don't know who came up with this new TikTok trend of motherfuckers kicking in people's doors. That shit happened like recently in like Mobile, like they had them on a Ring door camera. You kids, you young bucks, y'all playing with fire. I don't kick this. I live in the state of Florida. You kicking a motherfucking door in this bitch, you really gonna have a problem. Like I've got them stacked up in the corner. I'm waiting. Please kick my motherfucking door in. I bought 2 new ones 2 weeks ago. I got them stacked
real
up in the
real
They
quick,
ready to go.
Did you all just hear Al Hero say he got to get dressed to go out in public, but still shits in McDonald's cups? I don't understand this, dude.
Oh, you shit in
Were you dressed up when you shit in McDonald's cups?
I was. I looked good. I was going to take my daughter to the dentist. There's people in there that might see me and be like,
"You got naked in the back, so you didn't get it on your clothes."
I was butt naked in the back seat, shitting in a McDonald's sweet tea cup, bro. It was.
God.
I told you, it was one of the roughest moments of my life. Like,
no way.
To look at the fear in my daughter's eyes at like 4 years old and be like, "Dad, what are you doing?" I'm in the back of that truck, just giving her hell.
Oh
just
my God.
Giving it hell, bro. It was bad.
That's okay.
I've had some times in my life. I've had the
the
polio legs incident. I've had that. That wasn't my proudest moment. Polio legs, wasn't my proudest moment. And shitting in a McDonald's cup, definitely not my proudest moment.
I got it. But you was dressed to the nines when you did it. You made sure you was good for church when you left that house. I gotta
get dressed and go play. Now I got a grocery shop. Fuck. I told my wife, I was like, go to the commissary. Ain't nobody robbing you at the commissary. Like,
don't you have kids that drive? Send them.
Yeah, I don't even like them. Yeah, bro. Fuck
that.
But
they might eat that food by the time they get home.
I give my kids my debit card and send them nowhere.
That's why you curbside. You pay for it before they get there. They can't order extra shit. They get what the people put in the car and they bring it home.
Maybe that's what I'll do. But I really just I fucking hate
safety.
I don't know where shit's at, bro. I'm on aisles.
That's why you order it.
I'm a guy reading.
Put it in there for you.
I'm reading signs like fucking. Why the fuck is the fucking beans and rice not together? Why are beans on a separate aisle? Like we eat, beans and rice. Like why is? Oh, bro, I hate grocery shopping. Dude.
They do that for shoppers like you.
I hate it, bro.
That's funny.
My wife gives me a list. She writes like she's fucking got Tourette syndrome and fucking Parkinson's. Fucking shaky. I can't read her writing. I don't know what I'm getting. What the fuck's it? Oogs. That eggs, motherfucker. What am I getting? Oh, bro, I hate it. Anyway,
that's funny. Well, Ty.
So you'll be doing a lot of shopping. We got that,
bro. Fuck.
Just don't do it late at night drunk. Otherwise, another pair of boots will show up. So that's all I'm saying.
Damn.
Yeah. So Ty, what you think?
Think about
today's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to bring Drew on. He's actually I don't know if you saw the video there at the beginning, but like when I got out of the military in 2017, I was watching social media, and I watched all of his, I call it a comedy troupe at this point, a combat veteran comedy troupe, watching all those guys and gals. We've had most of them on the show, and it was just a very therapeutic thing for me to see, what he was doing then. And then you see it kind of followed him to stand up, and then, to now he's married with a kid. It's cool to see him progress and see all the other people do the things that they're doing. And
yeah,
it's just a good news story. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Drew Hernandez, AKA a combat veteran.
What? There he is.
Let's treat everybody like I treat my kid. Just, yeah.
Well, number one, congratulations on getting married, and congratulations on having a child. Man, that's a big deal, man. Good for you.
I appreciate it.
I'll be much tighter now, but
What's that?
You're probably a lot more tired nowadays than you were before, but you worked all the time anyway, so it's not like it mattered.
What's crazy is that I've gotten lazier. That's I don't want to do nothing, especially when my baby lays down right next to me. I just want to sleep, stay in bed all day.
Yeah.
So I've heard stories of like men or first time fathers where they have this fire lit right under them and they just go out. That didn't happen to me. I got lazy. I didn't want to do nothing actually.
So you're saying that the baby extinguished the fire because that fire was lit prior too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. And here I am trying to light a match.
Oh, there you go. Well, welcome back for the second.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming on, brother, for sure. I know, Ty, I'd let you jump right in, man. I know you got some things that you want to ask Drew about, so I would defer to you.
Yeah. So, just for the audience, we'll kind of recap what went on in episode 11. So we're on episode 122 now, and Drew Hernandez appeared on the episode 11 for us. So if you don't mind, Drew, just tell us a little bit about your military service and how you transitioned out of the military into comedy.
I joined in 2004. Went to basic training, Fort Leonard Wood. First deployment was in 2006. Did a 15-month deployment. That was during the surge in Iraq and Baghdad. And then another one in 2010 to Afghanistan. I was in all four corners of Afghanistan. And then I got out in 2011. I did the reserves in 2012. And I never went back after that. After that, I did contracting. And that's why I never went back. The money was too good. It was in contracting where I started my little comedy thing. Didn't find myself very funny, but people did. So I guess that's all that matters, right? And the brand kind of exploded into what it is. And yeah.
for you, I mean, it's contracting. Obviously, you go into situations, you run around, and you're in some shit that you're probably like, I don't know how it's going to turn out. And that's when it seems to be like the funniest shit comes out, which is crazy. Is that's when you're your funniest. It's like, this could not go good. Well, let me tell you guys a good joke real quick. Right?
Yeah.
You got to laugh through those things.
Yeah, it's typically like truck talk, when you're talking with the guys, you're on patrol or just sitting around doing nothing, you guys just talking stuff. Me specifically, before I started doing like these military videos, I was like a workout head, and I was doing these videos of a donut chasing me and me trying to stay in and me trying to diet, and there's this donut and you get to the point where it's like the donut got a knife and he's chased. This is stupid little videos I was doing for my friends and stuff like that. And I said, something's gonna hit. Something's gonna hit. And then I did my little 10 types and it hit.
Nice.
Yeah, the 10 types is pretty awesome. So I don't think the last time you were on we really handled transition that much. So if you don't mind, like I know that when you got out of the military, you went straight pretty much into contracting, but what was the biggest struggle that you went through? Like I know Al normally leads us, so go ahead, Al.
No, go ahead, bro. No,
what was the biggest struggle when you transitioned from the military into whatever you were going to do?
When I because I got out fresh out of Afghanistan. So you know how they say, when you turn in your weapon, you kind of, the next day you're kind of like looking for it because you're so used to having it on you and stuff. That didn't happen with me. I turned it in and I said, take it for a while. So when I came home and I got out, I didn't miss the military really. I try to go back in, not because I missed it, but because I was bored. I tried, and this was during a time where they weren't letting prior service in. But so when I was out, I went immediately to college. I started doing the GI Bill and stuff, so I started getting money off of that. And I guess the only difference is that I'm in college and I'm around these young kids, right? And I got way too much experience for like these kids. They're still trying to figure it out, but I got along with everyone, man. I wasn't very hard to get along with people. I developed like an alcohol dependency and stuff, so I would get drunk all the time. But it wasn't for it. I wouldn't say it's for coping, but I don't have no other reason on why I would get drunk all the time, just for the simple fact that I was just going out and I'm getting hammered. I spent time in Germany, and that's what we did in Germany. It could be a coping mechanism. I don't see it that way. I kind of just saw it like I just enjoyed drinking. I enjoyed getting really drunk. It wasn't until I want to say 2014 where I kind of didn't have any. I want to say any kind of like, where do I want my life to go, right? I was working at a bank. I was doing business administration in college, and I was like, oh, I want to get into like the stock trading side of things, and let me get into this bank so that I can put that in the resume, because all I have is like military police, and that's it, right? So I did the bank thing, and I was like the sale one of the like high, because I was selling credit cards like crazy. So I was one of the highest salesperson for my district in Manhattan. I was right across from the UN, and it didn't take much. I have foreigners coming in, don't even know what a credit card is. And you want to apply for one? Because I knew they had money, and they were all good for it. They didn't know they had to pay this back.
Just like an E1 out of boot camp.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't know that. So when they see a bill, and what is this? I'm like, you gotta pay that back. You didn't tell me that. I don't care. One of those things. But you know what's crazy is that you kind of see relationship, like foreign relationships, and you see like these delegates, representatives of the country or whatever. They come in like ambassadors. They come in from these poor ass countries making 20 grand a week. And I was like, yo, ain't your country like starving right now? And this is what you make in a week? This is wild. So there were a bunch of ambassadors from the UN that would come in, open a bank account, and just like, this is where I want my money to hit. I'm like, you making some money. So here, how about a credit card? Let's get you into a sapphire credit card.
Yeah. No limit on that thing, by the way. No limit.
Yeah.
And then pay back.
And then one day the president was in town. Obama, he was in town. His motorcade drove right by. And I've always known about contracting and stuff like that, but I've never like dug into it because for me it was like that's Delta Special Forces, that's Rangers guy. They're not gonna take little MP. But then they lowered the standards, and I didn't know that. So when they lowered, when they opened their doors to more combat MOSs, and somebody people might refute that MPs is a combat MOS, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. And I applied and I got selected and I did their training and went contracting from then on out.
Very nice. And I'll attest to that too. The MPs, they may not be called combat arms, but they do have the biggest armament of any mobile unit as far as the squad goes.
Yeah, I consider them combat except for Bob Mayer. Like, I don't consider him shit. He probably spent all his time.
Feel good today, bro. You gonna do it like that?
That dude probably just the number check gate. Like, come on in the gate, bro. Let me see your ID card. Like, but everybody else is good except for Bob.
So
Carlos Calzada says that sounds like a DEI hire. Carlos Calzada, he's a legendary pitmaster here in Texas, former veteran corpsman. Has been on the show as well, but he
Nice.
wherever you're going this weekend, put it in the comments where you're going this weekend there, Carlos.
Man, he was selling food out of a food truck this weekend. We could have gotten
He was hustling.
good food.
He was in the Woodlands, man. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
It was like an hour and a half. I couldn't make it up there in time.
Yeah. So, Drew, what about you? Like you now, I mean, episode 10, like this is like years ago for us now, but like you made a move, you're in a new place. Like tell us a little bit about, you know, when we had talked to you, you were just, you know, getting through the comedy tour. You're going to VFWs, you were doing the ISIS theater. Walk us through how that time was and then lead us to what made you decide to move across the country.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun doing the tour for the VFWs and really packing these VFWs in and stuff like that. When I did the ISIS theater, I had a terrible time with that, just simply because they were dumb expensive. I only did it because they let me rappel off the roof. The only reason why I did that. No other reason than just like that.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it. But it was a terrible. As soon as I signed their agreement, they kind of didn't want to assist with anything else. They said, "Listen, just show up." I didn't think they were going to expect a big turnout the way it was, especially with me running tickets and stuff. But when they saw the turnout, they were completely undermanned, understaffed for the event because he wasn't expecting it. But he started getting snappy with me backstage just because I didn't communicate it, and I had my guy Clayton at the time that was doing the communication for me because I was getting to the point that I was about to cuss this guy out because he's just being after I signed the contract, they were being difficult for some reason. And Clayton laid in on him that day during the show and stuff like that. He laid in on him. He was like, we try to communicate this and that. And really, and he wanted me back. But it's no surprise why they ended up shutting down like a couple months after. It's just they weren't very pleasant to deal with. And I wouldn't have gone back even if they'd give me the theater for free. It was just like, no, first impression matters. And the first impression sucked.
Yeah, I mean they didn't help very much, and you packed that joint. They were probably like, "Oh my god, like we're gonna pay rent this month."
Yeah. So when I did the VFW tours, the comedy tours at the VFWs, it's always a good time just because veterans and service members, they're so relaxed when they go inside of a VFW. Like they're really relaxed. And I've done like shows on VFWs and I've done shows on base where like the place is clean and it's modern and stuff like that. Some of these VFWs, but like, and they're so uptight on base in their halls and stuff like that. They're so uptight that when they get inside of a VFW, it's almost like they're breathing, they're relaxing, they're chilling. It's the day off, and they're having a drink. That's the energy I get every time I did a show at a VFW. And I've always told people that it's like, because people have always, go to a comedy club. Comedy clubs are fine and stuff, but if you really want these guys relaxed and you really want a good audience, take them to a VFW. They'll show up. And they're gonna be a great audience. And one thing I've noticed, and I've performed in front of several audiences already, is the veteran community audience is by far like the most relaxed. I just did the show over here by Fort Drum. I took my buddy Gabriel with me, who's a Navy veteran, but he's more of a Latin stand-up comedian, has a really big buzz in the Latino space. And it was his first time performing in front of veterans, being a veteran himself. And he just didn't know. He was like, they're so easy, bro. And I was like, I know. Exactly. And they're fun. And he was like,
Yeah.
oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So
Well, you know, veterans get that humor, right? And if you're in a comedy show and you're telling jokes and you're making fun of a rating in MOS or what somebody did or how it went, they're like, "Oh, this takes me back to when I used to make fun of this dude for the same shit." So it's funny to us. We don't take anything personal. I think that's the biggest key is like, let's just go have a good time. You're going to tell some jokes. We're going to laugh. And people probably yell. I remember when we went to your show, people are yelling stuff back and you're like, oh yeah, that is pretty true. That's pretty true.
And it's a great time. The only people that really get mad or offended, they're online. They don't go out to spaces and stuff like that, or they wouldn't act out like that in spaces and stuff. But with the exception of one show, I really haven't had anyone that was just like, "Don't say that." This and this. No, everybody takes it. It's a joke. Everybody's having a good time. That's always been the energy in person when you're in front of the veteran community. As far as like the internet, it's a completely different like. Yeah, those are basement dwellers. Don't pay attention to these guys. You know what it is. The people at the show, those are the ones that matter. So
I like so. Mom, Drew's making fun of me again.
Making fun baby, of me you again. Tell him what's on your mind on that internet.
Okay, speak your truth.
Yeah. So what made you decide to make the move? Like what came about to where you're like, you know what? I'm going to go from here and I'm going to pick up and I'm going to move.
Yeah. So the original plan was I was doing my last few shows for the VFWs because we had an agreement, like a 5-month agreement to just do VFWs and stuff. And I was on my last few shows and I was thinking about going to Texas. I said, I'm gonna go back to Texas, to San Antonio. I know a couple comics out there that can get me in inside of these comedy clubs, and I want to have my own show and stuff, and just have a space that veterans can continue coming to, and we can invite veteran comics to come and blah blah. I had a whole plan for this thing, and then my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she ended up pregnant, and she wanted that support system of being pregnant, first time mom, me being a first time dad, because I was trying to convince her, come out to Texas. And she has her family and her friends here, so she needed that support system in New York. So I ended up coming back to New York because I'm not just gonna, oh well you stay over there. I'm not like that. So I came out to New York and yeah, just been here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not here by choice. Well, I guess that was a choice. I guess you could say.
I mean, you did have a choice.
Yeah, that was a choice. It was the right choice.
Absolutely.
You had a choice 9 months prior to that. You know,
yeah,
you had a choice, bro.
That's funny.
Where are you at in New York, Drew? We're at New York.
The Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah. We're at a co-op city out here in the Bronx, which is pretty good. We found the part they front load veterans. Moving here because they got like a 3-year wait limit just because it's like city controlled and stuff. So the rent is really stabilized over here. So it's not like the typical New York rent that you often hear about. It's stabilized rent over here. So everyone's trying to move here because you don't pay water or electricity. And what they do is throughout that line, they just front load veterans first. So veterans, I got this apartment within 30 days. People wait 3 years.
Wow.
So they prefer veterans moving in and stuff like that. It just shows the kind of community they're trying to have here and stuff like that, which has been great. It's quiet, it's clean, and I love it.
That's what I was going to say. You got a veteran community. It's going to be taken care of.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
Care about where they live. They were taught to care about what they're given, and they're going to do that. There's an appreciation for that, but it puts you back into that community too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Drew, I got a question for you. So your wife is also a working professional comedian as well, right? So what's it like having two comedians working, and do you guys write together now, or are you still doing everything separately?
No, my wife, she's more into promoting brands. She's more into helping businesses establish more of a footprint on social media. Like she got about, I think like 2-3 businesses under her belt right now that she's helping promote. That's pretty. She'll make her comedy videos, but like her lane is positioning businesses and brands to just have a bigger visibility on social media. That's like her thing. Otherwise, me and her, we have a lot of the same personalities and quirks and stuff like that. So, she jabs at me. Sometimes I jab at her, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's always a good time, especially when we're with the baby and stuff. It's the happiest baby. I mean, baby's always smiling and laughing and stuff, especially with me. I'm a goofball, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, we I was just going to say real quick, Ty, we have the pit master that's in the room. If you want to bring us all back up, Carlos Calzada is from the Bronx. He's going to be up there in December. He said he wants to meet up with you if possible. I would be like, sure. Are you making barbecue? You can definitely come hang out. And Carlos will do it too.
I don't know. My wife can really cook. So yeah.
Well, I mean, he's gonna come in and make that pitmaster barbecue. It's different.
That Texas barbecue. He's gonna have that Texas swing, bro.
He's gonna come make that MRE. Him and Al Hero won a prize at the day.
I did. I won second place on the MRE.
Man, I almost spazzed out the other day because I had New York is known for its bacon, egg, and cheese thing, right? Out here, and that's like my thing too. And I went to a store and I had my wife get me a bacon, egg, and cheese because we had gone to the doctor for the baby. Wife comes out and I'm like, I don't know what's going on in New York City with the damn bacon. It's like they don't want to touch bacon for some damn reason, right? They don't want to touch bacon, but they got salami and ham in the bag. They don't make no sense. And bacon, egg, and cheese is such a signature sandwich and stuff in New York. So as you can see the passion in me when I order bacon, egg, and cheese, I want some bacon on it. And for some reason, I can't find a deli that can have pure actual bacon. It's always like this texture that's either like beef jerky or something else. I don't know if it's pigeon or rat. I don't know what it is. So she got me the sandwich, and I really wanted it. She got me the sandwich. I took a bite out of it. It was definitely not bacon, and I couldn't take it no more because I couldn't find a deli to make me a good bacon, egg, and cheese. So I went in there and I said, "What kind of meat is this?" I started dangling to the Habibi in the bag. I'm like, "What kind of meat is this? Huh? This don't look like bacon." He's like, "No, it's not bacon. It's beef." And I'm like, I ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese. Why are you giving me beef? And he goes, yeah, this is just what we do. So I'm like, listen, I understand you got your religious thing and stuff like that. I get it. I completely, but that motherfucker back there, Mexican, he is. Yeah, he can touch the bacon.
This motherfucker eats the pork. I know he does.
He knows how to make that bacon.
I'm talking to this guy in Spanish. I'm like, papi, ¿qué lo esto? ¿Qué es esto? What is this over here? And the guy's like, hey, that's all we got here. And I'm just like, y'all gotta do better with this bacon stuff, man. I don't know what's going on in New York City, but we need bacon in these delis.
Carlos said, what did Carlos say? Go to the Dominican
little
spots.
tip from Carlos, go to the Dominican spots. They touch bacon there.
No, even the Dominican spots. Yeah, when I first moved to New York, I was staying at my father's house, and that was in Washington Heights. And the same shit. It was the same shit. Because I would question, I'm like, yo, why does bacon taste like rocks? This is like beef jerky. This ain't no crisp, juicy, oily bacon. That's not what this is. And it was the same shit over there. It's like I couldn't find a deli. I started making my own bacon, egg, and cheese. I stopped serving.
You walk in with the little wrap and you're like, I'll take a egg and cheese sandwich, please. And you just
make your own bacon.
Yeah, just make my own bacon. I should do that.
Pull it out your pocket. Fuck it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My gosh.
What'd you have, Ty? I thought Ty had something.
I don't remember what I was talking about. Like that's what I was gonna say is like I've been laughing my ass off since 2017. So what are kind of some of the biggest lessons you've learned about maybe your style of comedy or the way things changed, or like all of your guys? I see on IMDb you got 7 producer credits, 12 actor credits. So, I mean, we never really talked about that before. What was it like acting in movies other than, I know you were going to make a movie, but like,
it's intimidating, man. I was in front of Jason Segel. I was on that Apple TV show. What the hell? Shrinking. And I was in the last episode, and I had the role of like security guard for this pharmacy, and I had one line. And for some reason, I kept dropping it. Like I knew it. I knew the line, but I kept dropping it because Jason Segel, he's so into it. Like, and it's the first time I see somebody at that level of celebrity in front of me talking to me, and I have something to say back. So when we're having the exchange, like the first time I dropped my line because I was just like, wow, you're really in it. You're really in it. And it took me a while because then I started stuttering. I started getting nervous. I started getting embarrassed that I'm fucking up in front of this one in a lifetime opportunity. I'm messing this up. And eventually I got it. And I think the only good take is the one they used for the show. Um, but as far as like me self-producing my own stuff, that's when like I'm in the zone right there because it's mine, right? I don't have the expectation of pleasing anyone else, right? I just have the expectation of pleasing me and what I'm happy with. And it's especially working with Justin, who was somebody that was on my level when it comes to like work activity and stuff. So we bumped heads a few times creatively and stuff, and that's bound to happen when you're working with other creators. They see a different, it's like the same vision, but they see it done a little different, and whatever the case is. But self-producing and stuff like that, man, that's just like I feel like this industry is heading into that direction of like self-producing films. If you look at A24's journey, it was just like that. It was just, $1 million movie. Let's try to make the best out of this, and it turned great. They had a great script, they had great actors, and then one movie led to the success of another, and now they're huge right now. A24. Who doesn't want to see an A24 movie, right? And that's the direction the industry's going for. Where I feel like studios like Paramount, NBC, they're always gonna have their power just because they got too much of it. Um, but the better direction is going to be independent, freelance, and stuff like that. Because I think, especially in Hollywood today, um, the market's dead over there. It's crazy. It's dead. It's difficult to do anything and stuff like that. And I think the thing that's going to revive it are independent filmmakers, the filmmakers that can turn anything into something. And it goes to show the two Godzillas movie, what is it, Godzilla minus one or something like that, where they had like $1 million budget and it was a great Godzilla and it was a great movie. And then they had the $100 million Godzilla movie where it was like, eh, eh. And that's gonna be what it's gonna be, where it's like, and I'm hoping it goes in that direction because there's no reason why you need to spend $100 million on a movie. There's absolutely no reason. It's disgusting expendages in movies, especially like that. And, it's people being overpaid. It's people that I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get myself canceled. Because I'm trying to get into that industry too. But I just feel like there's no need for you to need $100 million to make a movie. When Chris Nolan did Tenet, I think he spent over $1 million on background. Don't get me wrong, I was one of them, and I loved the money I was making. But at the same time, it's like, yo, was it necessary? You spent 3 weeks of our time to get 10 seconds on that movie, on that movie. That don't make no sense. But hey, that's movie making at the highest level, and it's gross.
Yeah, I think people can have like almost like a phobia or maybe restless leg syndrome of AI, because I think dialogue, very very maybe one or two cameras and real good dialogue with some drama is what we need, because all this every big action movie is pretty much the same.
Robert Rodriguez, he said it best. I saw a clip of him yesterday. He said it best, because I love Robert Rodriguez, the way he started, very independent, very get your friends involved, go make something. And he put it best. He pointed out to these equipments that make cameras better, right? The stabilizers and tripods and all this. And it's like, you're gonna get the perfect shot with this. This is gonna do what it does, and that's why it costs this much. But that's not life. Life is you getting inside of a cart, grabbing your camera and moving with your subject and having that little rocking, because that's life. That's what's gonna, this other stuff, he said, yeah, it's gonna look clean, it's gonna look great, but life isn't clean and life isn't always great. And when I saw that about, I'm like, that's so true on every level. That's like true. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what filmmaking is, because life isn't clean and it's not perfect, and neither should be filmmaking. And oftentimes, especially me and Justin learned this early on, that a movie project can go very wrong if you hire the wrong people. And I hear it a lot of times. Oh, movie making is a circus. It's a challenge. Is this the hardest thing in the world? And it's like, it wasn't hard for us to make these concepts that we've done, because we've hired the right people for the right job. And that's what's going to matter. Every time I've hired somebody, and I made it a thing that whenever I'm getting ready to hire somebody for a movie, to be part of crew or cast, I got to have yogurt with them. Like we got to have like a lunch. Let's have yogurt. Let's talk. Because oftentimes that conversation is going to tell me where their headspace is at. And I will never hire somebody who wants to talk money. I will never. The money's coming. It's going to be there. But if your conversation is going to be money, you're not getting hired. You're not getting hired because we haven't talked about what the project is. And nobody I hired has taken the job right away. They said, I want to read that script first. Anybody who was about money, they take, yeah, I'm available. When are you shooting it? Oh, you
I think he got a phone call.
Ruh-roh. Somebody's calling, going, "Don't be telling my secrets, bro. Don't be telling my secrets."
Yeah.
It's
Robert Rodriguez.
I saw him for a second. He must have got a phone call or something.
No, I mean that's interesting because you think about it. Like what I would be interested to hear when he jumps back in is, you have the meal with him, you talk to them, you get him into that arena where you can learn more about them. But like, what is the, oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah. So I was going to say at one point we got to J.J. Abrams faking by doing a badass special effect that looked beautiful on film in the new Star Trek when J.J. Abrams faked like light bleeding through the camera. I mean, that was a crazy special effect. And, like Drew was saying, or Richard.
Wait. You watch Star Wars?
Hell yeah.
Like a nerd.
You didn't know that Ty watches Star Wars? Bro, come on now.
Nerd.
If you've ever been to Ty's house, the stormtrooper tells you to aim it the right way, dude.
No.
I'm just saying.
I watched Star Wars and Star Trek. So.
Nerd. You fucking you commo fuck.
That's the way it goes.
So Drew, I was going to ask you, you go eat, you sit and talk with people. And the thing that I like to key on is like, it's a circus. It's hard. It's all of that. I mean, for you, even though the right person hasn't taken it right away, they want to read the script, they sit and talk with you. Like, what is it about the people that you're hiring you think that makes it the best environment for you guys to do what you're doing? How are you doing it? I guess the term's easier than everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, typically when you're talking with people that want to get paid, and I understand people need to make rent, they need to be paid, and we're never going to shortchange people in order to be able to do something. We want to pay people their value, but we also got to keep mind of the budget. So we want to try to find a middle ground there. That people who are just taking it for the money are most difficult to deal with because they're stubborn about how they want things done. They're immovable, they're stubborn, they're hard-headed. It's like they don't want to listen. I've dealt with, especially the ones that I've been doing it for 30 years, and this is, oh my God, you stay away from me. I can't stand people with that much experience because they're not always collaborators. It's always the people who need to read the script, because that's the most important part, is the script, before they sign on to a project, because they need to see it in their heads. And thankfully, me and Justin, we're both really good writers where we know how to convey that into the script, that they read it, they see it, and we've been lucky enough that they've jumped on. But even on set, they were like so collaborative working with that's why our sets have been easy. They've been very laid back, they've been easy, and we've been able to get anything that we wanted to do, just because we've had people who are on set willing to collaborate, willing to talk to each other. Nobody took nothing personal. Even if somebody, we shut down that idea and this and that. At the end of the day, we're making a film, and let's get the right shot and stuff like that. Just when it comes to like these other people and stuff, they're just real difficult, and I ain't got time for that kind of shit.
Yeah,
for that kind of stress.
I feel Drew's pain. My acting career was pretty short-lived. I was on an episode of JAG. I was on an episode of JAG, and I got yelled at on that show because I kicked the camera or something. I don't remember. And then I accidentally, in New York, stumbled onto this, almost got beat up by security, like on accident. Like I stumbled onto the set of Law and Order SVU. I didn't know they were fucking filming. I'm just walking around the city enjoying, like, this is New York. It's great. And I stumbled on, I hear people yelling at me, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, hey, somebody get that guy. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Are they talking to me? And oh yeah, bro, security came in there. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know where you're at? I'm like, fucking in New York, bro. I'm living the dream. Them dudes, hey, and I was like, can I get a picture? They're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, people were like gonna beat me up because I stumbled onto the set of this filming. I'm like, hey, I know that person. Like, it was fucking crazy.
Man, when I did Tenet with Justin, Chris Nolan had everybody running backwards and stuff so that he could play it forward, and running backwards and with my rifle, and they had tracks on the ground, and they had their IMAX camera on it, and they were doing like a dolly push across this road and stuff like that, and I kept moving and I thought I had calculated my steps so that I don't hit those tracks, and immediately I miscalculated and I hit the track, and so the camera shaked a little bit.
That's what I did. They yelled at me, bro. You're big time. I kicked the track. Well, they tell you to walk. They're like, just walk straight, bro. Walk straight. I'm like, okay, I'll walk straight. They're like, but don't look like you're stepping over these tracks. Like, just walk normal. I'm like, I got fucking short legs. I'm like, this is not going to go well. And like, I'm trying to look normal, and I kicked in the fucking. And they were like, the dude that played Harm on that show, like the main guy, was such a fucking dickhead. He was like, who fucking hired this fucking retard? I'm thinking, whoa. Like, bro, like, if anything, I'll whoop your ass. I'm active duty too. Like, I just got back from Iraq. I will fuck you up. And it was so stupid. But I couldn't figure out. I'm drinking coffee. There's no coffee in the cup. They're like, pretend like you got coffee. I'm like, this motherfucking cup is empty. Put some water in it. Like, so I can swallow normal. I'm looking stupid as hell. Oh, it was horrible, bro.
I did when I tripped over the track, I was getting ready to fall, and I like pushed my body. I did like a turn. I pushed my body around, and I landed with my leg over both tracks, halfway into a split. And I looked at Chris Nolan, who looked at me. Producer looked at me. The first stage, everybody on that camera kind of went like, and they see me halfway into a split over the track, and my knee is about to crack inward because I've overextended. I have no support on this knee, and I'm looking at my knee. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to break. And I look at them because I'm thinking $1 million lawsuit. Here I come. It didn't break, obviously, but the next day they had everybody sign injury waivers.
Yep.
That we all had to sign over that one specific moment. I'm like, damn, I caused this. My bad, fellas.
They were like, thanks, Drew.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like, I'm good.
What kind of things are you doing up in New York right now? Like, what are you working on? If you can even talk about it, like what's got you moving nowadays?
I'm working on a thing right now. I don't want to say, just because I don't want my identity to be on it. I'm more in the background. I'm not doing nothing in front of a camera. I'm more in the background, just like, and I don't want to put my identity on it because I don't want there to be an expectation about the thing that I'm doing. Because, Drew's military uniform, and oh, no uniform, I'm not interested. No, we're not playing that game anymore. So what I'm doing is kind of a thing. I really don't want to say what it is, but
no worries.
Yeah.
You got some stuff cooking.
Yeah. I'm working on something.
You ain't got bacon cooking, but you got something cooking.
Yeah. I'm
bacon's cooking in the house, bro.
Saturday, I'll be out.
Bacon, egg, and cheese when he comes up to the Bronx.
Oh, bacon, egg, yeah.
Oh, bro, that dude,
right.
He smoked some bacon on that when we were cooking. I did a cook with him one time. This guy takes veterans, Drew. He'll take a veteran and let him cook with his team and like teach them. Like, and he's an absolute amazing. For one, he's an amazing barbecue pit master, but he's even better at teaching and educating because he walks you through the process. And like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not there. Like, I'm cooking burgers on my grill at home on Saturday. This guy's like legit. Like, he gives you all his recipes. He shares all the trade secrets. But like, this dude smoked some bacon for these. We took second place for the MRE challenge, and he smoked bacon and put that on top of these donut burgers. Bro, it was fucking absurd. The stuff he can do. But he takes veterans. He does a lot for the veteran community because he takes a veteran every year to the Danny Dietz Memorial and does a cook. And we cook, he took me and took my pops, which was really cool. He's a veteran too, and like trained us and like let us do shit, which is probably why he didn't win, because he was like, fuck. He was like, fuck it, bro. Yeah, there it is. He was like, you got it, bro. Just do it. He was like, I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, he's an awesome individual when he does for the veterans. Like, he teaches veterans how to do barbecue competitions.
Nice. Good.
That's some good looking pork and pork ribs right there.
Yeah, and that was Marcus Luttrell that came. He came to the camper and like was gonna eat barbecue. And my dad's like old school, has no idea who the fuck this guy is, and kicks him out. Like, the dude knocks. He's like, "Hey, I'm here to see Carlos." And like, my dad's like, "Who are you, bro?" He's like, "My name's Marcus Luttrell. He was like, all right, bro, well, you got to come back when they're busy right now. And I was like, you just threw fucking the lone survivor out
That's
the
funny.
camper or whatever, dude. What are you doing?
And then what's funny is Al's dad's probably like, I don't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah, he's like,
What do you want me to do?
I don't know this guy. We're trying to win a competition here.
So are you going to the clubs up there? Are you doing anything up there for stand-up still, or are you just focused on the other stuff right now?
Nah, man. I'm mostly home with the baby. My wife, she goes out to work and stuff like that. And usually by the end of the day, I don't feel like going anywhere. Like I said, I get lazy. I don't want past 6 o'clock is like, it's hard to get me out the house. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with it. I've been using my time to develop this thing that I want to do. And that's right now, that's really what I'm focused on. I've been invited to clubs. My buddy Gabriel, he invited me to the Broadway Comedy Club and stuff like that. And I didn't go. It was already late. It was like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm not getting out the house because I live all the way at the top of the Bronx, right by New Rochelle. So even driving to Manhattan is going to be already at least a 30-minute drive for me, and I don't feel like driving all that. So yeah, I haven't done anything at the clubs, and I should. I really need to.
I was going to ask you, do you miss it?
Yeah. It's always when I did New York. I haven't done before New York. I think it's been like 3 months since I've done a show, 2-3 months since I did a show before I did New York. And it was so good being on that stage, and everybody was so receptive of this of the routine and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a breath of fresh air a little bit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I got being on stage again. Feels so nice.
Yeah, you got that high, dude. I mean, there's probably bullets in the gun though, so everybody will watch out when you come back out there, dude. I'm sure there's bullets in the gun. Like,
yeah,
I got some shit for y'all.
So what are you gonna do when your kid grows up and wants to do comedy? You gonna be like, "Fuck no, don't do that shit," or you gonna be like, "Let's go"?
No, yeah, I wouldn't do the military, and if they do the military, I would try to guide them into the
Air Force,
the safest possible direction towards the military.
Sounds like Air Force.
Yeah.
I don't know. Space Force is pretty safe. Like, ain't nobody going in space, and you're just watching it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, just from a outsider's perspective.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like whatever she decides to do, as long as she does it with a full heart.
Yeah,
and I get it. Me and my wife, we're kind of like that. We're passionate. We're passionate. We're go-getters and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure my daughter's gonna be the same way.
Well, my daughter's never joined the military. I don't give a fuck what she says. Because I know you're gonna be getting dick down. Like, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing that. You ain't joining the military. I know.
How can you talk about your daughter like that, dude?
Bro,
like, I already know what you're gonna be doing.
No, I know what happens in the barracks. You ain't going to the barracks. You ain't even.
You didn't teach her to protect herself, Albert?
She does jiu-jitsu and all that good shit. She good, but nah, bro. I know what happens in the bases, bro. Little suave motherfuckers and shit. I know. I was there. I see
like this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here. I know this motherfucker.
She could join the Girl Scouts. She could do that shit. She could serve. She could join the Girl Scouts and do that.
Oh my gosh.
She better not ever fix her mouth and be like, Daddy, I want to join the military. No, the fuck you don't. She gonna have asthma. She gonna have astigmatism, flat feet. I'm gonna tell the recruiter all that. She's got all that, bro. She on medication. She got flat, both her feet flat. I'm gonna have a list. She gonna be disqualified. I'm gonna be putting weed in her brownies and shit. She can be high, like she can't pass the drug test.
She becomes a Marine.
Yo, fuck, don't say that, bro. Oh God.
I hope by the time she gets of age, they letting them females in the infantry barracks.
I'm gonna make her fat. She gonna be out of standards. I'm gonna make sure she's fat as hell. She gonna have no choice. You're done. You're big, girl. You ain't getting it. He's twink.
Imagine watches with her dad. He does love me. I swear to God, he's my dad.
She's my favorite, but yeah, if she ain't joining the military, fuck that noise. These dirty dick motherfuckers. No, sir.
Oh my God.
I think I've because of all the deployments, my children, my 4 daughters actually say anytime they're around military guys, it's a red flag. So that they don't even want to start dating them. So I feel like I've ruined the military.
You did a good job, Ty. That's a good dad. Good.
That's a good dad.
Good dad, bro. What do you do? Oh, in military, fucking red flag. Fuck that. He's probably married. He's got a fucking 23% Camry fucking payment in the driveway. You don't want none of that problem.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, Ty.
Right. Yeah, so we're about to do the hot seat. So it's where we ask 10 questions, go rapid fire back and forth, and we'll get this going. Drop Al out. All right. First question.
Wait, you gonna ask me?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you questions and just give me the first thing that comes to your brain.
All right.
What's the most unique place on earth you've ever visited,
Thailand.
and why? What was unique about it?
It was my first experience with ladyboys, and how I understood exactly what people mean when when you meet the ladyboys.
I got to bring Al in for a ladyboy. He's not here. Okay. I don't want to add anything to the ladyboy thing. If you had a 1 hour conversation with one person from history, who would it be, and what would you talk about?
One person from history, who would it be? Oh, Jesus.
What would you talk about?
I would try to verify a lot of the things that's in the Bible. So I would. So is it true that you got something coming up and stuff like that? Are you really healing? Like, what's the deal? Are we adding this, or is this really what's going on? Where are we going to now? Things like that. I would try to verify the information from the Bible and see if
So you're looking for truth. I can respect
yeah.
it. All right. What drives you in life these days?
Not much, honestly. Like I said, I got this thing that I'm doing. I'm trying to light a fire here, trying to start a match. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm probably at my worst. I've never been in this place of complacency, of laziness. When I had a kid, man, it hit me. I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. And I think it's the adjustment of somebody, I'm 40 and I just had my first kid. It's the adjustment of somebody who all my life, I've always called my own rules. I've always done my own things. And I've never been afraid of the risks because I was only responsible for me. That now I am fearful of the risks. I'm scared of failing. I am afraid of a lot of things. And that is holding me back extremely. To the point that it's like they look at me and they're like, you gain weight, you don't really do nothing, and I'm just like, yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm trying. Maybe it's an off year. Maybe next year things will change. But there's nothing blowing wind to my life right now.
Okay, I appreciate you sharing that, but man. Like it seems like you're in a bad place, but what I see from you is like your family, your wife, your kid seems to bring you so much happiness. So I'm surprised to see that you say that people are saying that you're at your worst. That's creativity is what I think we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I love the creativity of the videos that you and your wife did when you were leaving California. And I'm sure you're acting out all kinds of shit in front of your daughter all the time, or your kid. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. I'm sorry.
A girl.
Right. So the girl. But man, that's so strange to hear you say that you're at a low point creativity, because I hear what you're doing. I've talked to you a couple times off the podcast. I just want you to know that there's people anticipating what you're doing. I've been following you since 2017, so.
I try, and I don't base my rooted foundation around what I do, around people's expectations. I do it fundamentally because it makes me happy. That's why, or it brings a sense of purpose into my life, that I'm working on something and I want to see that through. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm striving for, to do something, because there hasn't been much I've been able to do, and I guess in a way that kind of says a lot for somebody who's done a lot. But it is what it is. Like I said, there are people who, you know, they have their first kid and it's like a match getting lit under their ass. That's not what happened to me. Um, and I felt like I'm someone just trying to grab a sense of that sense of that purpose, a sense of that fulfillment and self-identity a little bit in what I do, not just in being a father or being a husband to my wife, but also what I do creatively that I've been surviving off of for most of my life. Yeah.
I really appreciate that answer. This is kind of leads into my next question. What's been the biggest change to your soul since becoming, one, married, and two, a father?
Oh, that's a deep question, bro.
Well, I mean, I told you I was going to get deep with you because, like I said, I love how you ponder things. I remember when you were making a movie, you were pontificating about things, how awesome it was going to be. I remember I put in to support the movie, then the movie didn't get made, and I remember I could feel how upset you were about that. I don't know who you felt like you let down. It's just the industry shit that happens, but it literally felt like you felt bad for letting people down of not making that movie. So
Are you talking about
way back in 2018, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've
that's
always
that right there was the example of hiring the right people.
Right.
That I had to learn. That was a hard lesson. And don't get me wrong, I have the movie, but legally I cannot release it. Just legally, I just wanted to get it off. You know, if I see you in person, I'll show it to you. But I can't, just because there are names, celebrities that are attached to it, that I can't release it without so for me, I look at it, I try to just take my movie back, just give me my movie. And I even had to put on a face to kind of get my movie back because they weren't giving it to me back. I wasn't getting it. So I have the movie and I can't release it just because there's some legalities around it that stops me from releasing it. And in reality, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that good of a film, honestly. And that's because the person I was working with sucked and convinced me to make these decisions in the script that if you read the original, it's like, why would you do this? The original was perfect. And it's like, yeah, I listened to people and I shouldn't have, and I should have went with my instinct. And that was a lesson that I learned about hiring the right people so that you can have an easy shoot and do the thing that you want to do. And it was from that movie that I learned that valuable lesson.
That's it's weird. It's my next question is, what is the biggest lesson you've learned from the entertainment industry? So let me change that a little bit. If that's the biggest lesson you learn is who the people you work with, who are your favorite people to work with, you know, by name, if you don't mind?
You mean like my friends?
Oh yeah, your creative friends. When you're all creative, who's your favorite people to work with?
Oh man, when things are great, Justin, 100%. Justin Graver, Peter. I was talking to them the other day. I was, we were like reminiscing a little bit. Like, man, those were the days, man.
Is Peter the one that plays the first sergeant all the time?
Yeah, he plays usually the first sergeant or the commander. Because it was when it was flowing, when it was good, it flowed, and that's why people were really attracted to like the things we were making, just simply because it was like you can feel it too on camera and stuff, and that's why people resonated a lot with it and stuff. But yeah, those are my dudes.
Yeah, I thought that would be the answer. Let's get a little bit less sappy here. What was your first concert and what's your favorite concert?
My first concert was In Sync. My first, and I was that?
What year is this?
Oh man, I was a teenager. I went because my little cousins, females, and my uncle wanted me. He didn't want to go in, so he was like, "Hey, you go with them and keep an eye out." And let me tell you, there was some perverted shit happening at the end. And when I was seeing grown men kissing teenagers and stuff like that, I'm like, yo, this guy look a little too old to be kissing these girls. Like, some real pedophilia happening at those concerts. So never send your kids alone to like these little boy band concerts. But NSYNC was my first concert, and I think my favorite concert had to be Kendrick Lamar. I took my wife there for her birthday, and I don't know if it's because I had low expectations of it, but Kendrick is a hell of a performer. I was very surprised how much he put into his concerts that I was just like, wow, this is crazy. There was a point in his concert, I thought the whole thing was going to collapse because I've never seen, I think it was what, 14,000 people all jumping at the same time. Like, how is this holding there? This is going to collapse. But that was the vibe in a Kendrick Lamar concert. And there hasn't been, we went to go see 30 Seconds to Mars. We've done a couple things together, but there was nothing like Kendrick Lamar so far. I was very impressed with a Kendrick Lamar concert.
Yeah, you definitely can't go wrong with Kendrick. I love I've never been to a concert, but I love every time he's on one of the award shows. He stands out, and then the Super Bowl was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
What's the next one? Okay, so if you had to make a Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians, who's your Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians?
Freddie Prinze, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Freddie Prinze, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Bill Burr, Gabe Iglesias.
Oh, Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Can't go wrong with Fluffy. We'll put Fluffy in the gift shop because you said Freddie Prinze Jr. or Freddie Prinze.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze.
George Carlin, Richard Pryor, and put Fluffy in the gift shop.
You know what? Dave Chappelle.
Chappelle. Can't go wrong with Chappelle for sure.
Dave Chappelle.
All right, here's the last question. And this is the big one for the podcast. I don't know if you did it the first time you were on, but we're going to ask you again anyway. Who's the greatest of all time, Prince or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson. 100%. What? Hands down, Michael. Hands down, Michael Jackson over Prince. They don't even compare. Prince is great within, Prince is great. Michael wasn't great. Michael was timeless. That's the problem there is that there isn't that anymore. Michael, you can go to any part of the world, go to any first grade classroom at any part of the world and tell them to go moonwalk, and they would try to moonwalk. They know what it is. They would try to moonwalk. Go any part of the world, try to have them sing a Prince song. See how many can do it. But moonwalking, that's worldwide. That's worldwide, any part of the world. You can go to the middle of Iraq, go to first grade classroom. They know what moonwalking is. That's the timelessness of Michael Jackson. And ain't nobody on that level. Nobody. As Michael Jackson's a 1-for-1. Prince is great, and you can compare Prince with other people, but you can't compare Michael to other people because Michael's a 1-for-1.
That may be the most comprehensive answer we've gotten. Dancing.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
The influence.
Yeah, as you can see, Michael Jackson is, I guess it's probably more people that are in the arts probably say Michael Jackson because of his influence. But, as you can see, Prince is in the lead on episode 122, 41-36. So Michael Jackson is making a comeback. So here's the last question. So on your first episode, you actually wrote me a long email and told me a lot of things to do for the podcast to make it better. Mm-hmm. And we tried to adhere to a lot of that, and we've had a lot of success with a lot of our reels and things because of the shit that you told me. So what can we do to make our podcast after episode 122 even better?
I think you're doing it. I think you're doing everything right. I got to continue with the consistency. Consistency is going to matter. Talk about relevant topics that speak to the community that you're building, and because the social media algorithm makes sure your quality's up there, and that's really it just takes fun, and you know, yeah, that's really it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it very much. You've graduated from the TTV hot seat. Let me bring the guys back in.
So I just want to know how long that dude had to file down them non-skid boots to be able to moonwalk in the mechanic shop on a wet floor. They designed
I'm calling
not
his
to
first
do
sergeant.
that.
He needs to be articled. He needs to be articled.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, article his ass. What are you doing? Why are you not working?
He bought some knockoffs.
Yeah, how he did that in boots, I don't know.
That's what I was the whole time. I'm just jealous because
I try to do something. I try to do something like that too myself when I was in, and then it started to hail, and then I started getting hit with rocks, and I went back inside.
Oh my goodness.
Article.
Oh my goodness. Well, Drew, I'll tell you what, man. I love everything that you're doing. I like knowing that you have a lot of success. I like to know that you're a family guy. I know that you said for you right now, it's in a different mode for you. You're a little bit creatively, you don't know where you're at. But I'm going to tell you right now, hearing you talk about your daughter, hearing you talk about your wife, I would say those are the things that drive you nowadays. And I think that, you know, you're one of those guys, man. You got to live wild forever. And now that you see what's in front of you, you just don't want to miss that. And so I would just say, keep doing that, man. Don't worry about all of what everybody's telling you. Just focus on what's important, and it's right there in front of you. And I think you're doing that every day. And so I would tell you not to change it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll say this: my algorithm on my YouTube channel is pretty much logged into most of the to the computers and everything, TVs that we're watching. And now my 12-year-old son has come across Yusha's stuff. So he watches Yusha's stuff like it's going crazy. He's going crazy. And he's like, "Hey, Dad, you ever heard of this guy named Yusha?" And you know that meme where it's just like, that's some OG shit. Like at this point, in my eyes, like creatively, you're a social media OG. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm very happy for your family, and I look forward to whatever project you're going together because you're putting together, because I kind of know that everything you do is a passion project, whether we're talking about some comedy, whether we're talking about some, movie making, everything you do is very passionate, and I respect the hell out of that. And the whole troop, the whole fucking combat veteran comedy troop, you guys are my favorite. And I love all the skits you've done. I'm a 50-year-old dude that's got 6 kids, and sometimes I just like to be silly, and it helps. So I appreciate it very much, bro.
Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we let you go, you want to shout out anybody? Say what's up?
Not really.
How you doing?
Hey, listen, Justin right now, he's working on a book right now. He was talking to me about it today too. It's taking a lot out of him. It's a book. I think he's calling it War Criminal. It's about his time in it overseas, and I think it's going to be a book worth reading, especially when it comes to his experience and what he had to go through in the army. And I was telling my wife this too, and I was just like, because I think we was watching something about special forces and stuff like that. I think they're training or whatever. And she's met Justin, and they're good friends too. And I told her, Justin went to the training. He actually went twice. And it's not that he went all the way too. He just didn't get selected. And that in itself is tough to be able to just make it through their selections training. But he was also infantry, and not just but also rocket science. Justin's a lot tougher than just, he comes across as a goofball, but the guy's a certified badass. And I'm happy that he's able to to take everything that he knows and learned and what he's gone through, and he's able to put that into the book that he's writing, because he was telling me today how it's taken a lot out, and like it's taken a toll on him just remembering these things and stuff, because you remember Justin, he's been to prison over it, so the details that he's probably going into and those memories triggering back and stuff like that. I'm praying that it turns out to be the success that he wants it to be, because he really wants people to listen to that, read that, or listen to it. I think he's doing the audio too.
Yeah, I'm about to listen. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't be reading like that
I
shit.
don't read.
All them words and shit.
Yeah, I don't read either.
Hey,
If
I ain't
I didn't
gonna lie.
write it, I'm not reading it.
I ain't gonna
The
lie,
only thing
bro.
I'll read is the Bible, and
Yeah.
I'm fact checking in the Bible.
Yeah,
I say,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
hold on, what's it?
And that's on Sunday mornings. I'm like, hold on, but I read words together. Yeah, we're going to put that shit on audio.
So Justin is definitely one I want to give a shout out to, because he's working on something very special.
Well, Drew, we appreciate you very much. Come back anytime, and we look forward definitely to your next project becoming public.
All right, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for having
Later,
me.
brother.
All right,
Sir, have a good night, brother.
Drew Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Halloween. How about that? I think I get more nervous with, like, because Drew's kind of creatively, he's one of my, I guess, social media heroes. I get more nervous interviewing him than I did with General Petraeus or Sergeant Major of the Army.
That's why we let you take the lead, bro.
He's an intense fucking creative dude. And that's what I like about him. Like all those guys. I remember the tension that they're talking about in front of the ISIS theater. I remember Justin coming out and a bunch of them were setting shit up because I got there super early. But I really hope he and the whole crew do well.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Hell yeah. Now that we've talked about all that, let's get into this weekend past football picks. That's what I want to fucking see.
Hey, are you doing what you doing for? Well, first, what you doing for Halloween, Matt? You got anything planned?
I'm giving kids candy in the neighborhood so they can go to their parents' house and fucking run around like they're crazy people.
Yeah, I'm doing candy this year. My daughter, I'm a little nervous. My daughter's going to a friend's house to trick or treat with her friend. But I already told my wife, I was like, you need to make sure that one of those motherfucking parents, somebody's gonna be with them. Like, beside, like she.
Why aren't you going?
Because she wants.
You're
to
not
go with
allowed.
a friend. No,
your daughter was like, Dad, you can't come.
I'll be on there. I'll be strapped up on the street, walking around trick or treating. I wish a motherfucker would.
Oh my gosh!
All right,
you can't come.
This week in sports.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh, Memphis won. Oh, yeah, we knew LSU was going to lose.
Right.
Yep. That makes sense too. Wow. Looks like I went undefeated, y'all.
Yeah. EKU lost to fucking Tarleton State, Texas.
Yeah, but Tarleton State is fucking good.
They were.
Bro.
Check this out, though, bro. Are you ready? I only went that way last week when you guys are like, "Oh, them Tarleton State guys are good as fuck."
Bro,
like,
they're
yep,
good,
I'm going
dude.
there.
They're good.
I'm going.
It was a stunt. I tried to get it. I couldn't find the game, so I was trying to get some highlights streamed. Tarleton rugged it. It was,
It was a knuckle drag.
Really fucking good in football in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and even into the mid 2000s. But when I was there in '95, the baseball team didn't get much love. The football team, shit. And it's sad to see them getting their ass stomped every week. But anyway, here's the record. Al went 3-1. Matt went 4-0.
Catching up.
The lead. And I went 2-2, and I actually fell back a game. So there's 7 weeks left in the regular season. That's culminates with the Army-Navy game, of course. And then I figured we can start anew with the Bulls, or if you want to go all the way.
No, Ty. We're gonna start new for the Bulls so that you can have a clean slate, buddy.
Well, we could just go all the way through and see how bad I do this year. Because I mean, I hope at least I can.
No, bro. We always start over for the Bulls. We should do that.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Oh, look at Ty. He ain't fucking around this week, dude. He said, "I am not."
Yeah,
putting my picks on the screen.
I fucked that all up last week. All right, so Memphis and Rice, first game. Albert, who you got?
Memphis.
All right, Matt.
Memphis. Rice sucks. It's football, not baseball.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah, for
Rice
sure.
is a home team town here in Texas, but they are not the Houston Cougars. They're not kicking ass right now, so I am definitely choosing Memphis.
Yeah.
Notre Dame and Boston College. Who you got, Albert?
Them Irish.
All right, Matt.
Go Irish.
Damn it. So I got to pick the Irish too because
Ty's like, shit. I'm not ever gonna.
you know what? I'm going to pick Boston College.
Oh my God.
Because Boston College is at home. There's a possibility that some good shit can happen.
I mean,
All right, LSU and Texas A&M are on buys this week, so Matt, both your teams get to rest because one of your teams is killing everybody, and the other team,
fuck yeah, they are.
who do you think is going to be their new big hire coach? You think Lane Kiffin's coming?
Dude, they've talked about Lane Kiffin. I wouldn't be surprised if they chase Nick Saban just because, but Nick Saban's already kind of said he ain't coming back, bro. He's like, this fucking NIL shit's crazy because I walk into a program and tell you, this is how I'm fucking doing it. You can't say shit. So he's like, that money's crazy. But Lane Kiffin wouldn't surprise me. And, for LSU, I mean, Lane Kiffin's the big name, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lane Kiffin didn't go chase Kirby Smart. Like, they wouldn't chase some big name college coaches in the SEC. Because if you think about it, a guy like Kirby Smart, I mean, what more does he have to prove at Georgia, right? He's already killed it everywhere over there. Now I can just go do the same thing at LSU. And so that might be kind of in their purview. But Lane Kiffin, he's got to go there, dude. His daughter's going there and dating the linebacker, bro. He's got to go to LSU.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But they're still going to do like Ole Miss, kind of get close and not get there. So just so you guys know, Lane Kiffin's not the answer.
I've never seen a game inside Death Valley,
Bro,
the LSU Death
you
Valley.
have to go to a Death Valley game.
I bought a new TV because our old TV had like a blue filter problem or something. So we bought a new TV and I watched that LSU game. I guess 2 weeks or last week.
Yeah.
And man, the fans are right on top of it. It's crazy
Yes.
as hell. It's so big and tall. Yeah, it's a crazy place to play. And I heard it's really loud.
Bro, it's so loud.
On that big bridge as you're driving by.
Yep, you can see the stadium from the Mississippi River Bridge, but like that stadium is rocking, dude. I mean, it's loud. I mean, LSU is really loud. A&M is really loud. Those are the two SEC teams that I wouldn't seen play, but like that atmosphere in both of those stadiums is out of control.
All right. So next game we'll get to is Kentucky and Auburn. I am choosing Auburn because I need a win. I'm choosing against my favorite team. I literally played blue. I was born in Corbin, Kentucky. I love everything about the Wildcat Nation, Lexington, Kentucky. I learned to probably speak English by listening to Kaywood Lefford and commentate the game. So I am choosing against Kentucky. I choose Auburn. Go ahead, fellas.
Auburn.
All right.
I'm going Kentucky.
That was a little too fast there, Al.
I'm
They're at
going
home. Auburn's
Kentucky.
at home. And Auburn's
You're really going for Kentucky?
Auburn's
going
playing,
Kentucky.
Auburn's playing good ball.
Man, I hope.
I know that Auburn's playing good ball, but Auburn is like every other SEC team. They make you feel good until a team like Kentucky comes in. They're like, we got this, and then Kentucky sneaks it. Because y'all already know the games we picked Kentucky to win that they should have demolished somebody, they took a shit. I think this week they keep it in for a bit, and they let it out after the game. It's just my opinion.
All right, perfect. Next game, EKU and Central Arkansas State. Since it's mine, I'm picking EKU. Who you got?
Central Arkansas. Here we go.
Okay. Central Arkansas, Matt. Who you got, Al?
Who's at
This
home?
is where the separation goes.
This is at Central Arkansas.
I'm going Arkansas.
Shit. Okay.
All right, that's an interesting one there.
This is an interesting one too.
Yes. 'Cause Wake Forest-
FSU and Wake Forest. What you got, Matt?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a tough one, Matt.
This is at Doak Campbell Stadium.
It's in Tallahassee, yeah. Fuck it, give me the Knowles. They're home. Although it's always a fucking tough game with Wake Forest. Them Demon Deacons don't like to go away, but I think Florida State will take it.
Albert?
Oh, I almost want to go Wake Forest because Matt went FSU. I was going to go FSU, but now I'm really wondering if I should just go opposite of Matt just because. I'm going to go FSU.
Okay.
Because they're at home.
Yeah, that's the only reason for me too.
Man, I wanted to pick FSU since I need to make up some ground.
Be the odd man out. You can do it.
I don't know if I can do this, man. All my Jacksonville people. So check this out. So the team that won the Jack Daniels was on the So Smoking Gooder show last night. So we interviewed them. They're from Jacksonville. So you would have liked them, Albert. They were talking about the beach, and I guess they're from the west side and everything. So we were reminiscing about Jacksonville. And I got all my buddies that are FSU fans there. But I got to choose Wake. Fuck it. I got to choose Wake. I got to make up.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get back in somewhat of a run-in. You're only 11 games down. No big deal.
There's no hope. All right, here's the big game that Tatum and I are actually getting to go to. Tatum, me, and Sarah actually.
Nice.
So I've got a video here I want to show you. Where is that video? While y'all are picking the thing, I'll find the video.
Okay. All right. Army or Air Force, Albert?
I think we make Ty pick first. He's an Army guy.
Oh, I'm picking Army. I mean, there's no way around it.
As you should.
Army. Yeah.
I'm going Army.
And I haven't really been keeping up with the Service Academy.
I'll tell you what the records are.
Sure.
Army, I want to say, is 3-3, 4-3, and then Air Force is 1-4. Like they're
2-5.
Yeah,
something like that.
Oh yeah, we're going Army then.
yeah. I'll give you the records because I follow.
Yeah, we'll go Army. I'll take Army. I want to be on your team, Ty. I want to be on your team.
All right,
Army's won like one conference game all year. Like it's bad. Or Air Force, I mean,
They're all not doing really good this year. Last year they were doing
Navy's
real good.
fucking stomping ass.
Oh yeah, but
Who did
don't
you
say
pick
that
out?
too loud.
Huh?
You picked Army out.
You're fucking right.
All right.
Yeah.
The second best fighting force on the planet, bro.
So Tatum made a video here. Check this out.
Air Force is better.
Hey, bro.
So
Does
this
he
is what
still live at home?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Okay.
But here's what I got to contend with. You know, his grandfather went to the Air Force Academy. He wants to go to the Air Force Academy. My wife loves the Air Force because her father was an Air Force pilot in Vietnam. So I'm fucking outnumbered, but I'm still choosing Army, and I'm wearing all my Army gear. And I think
Fucking right, I would.
my whole family is going to be there. They're all going to be wearing Air Force gear.
And then when y'all wipe the floor with them motherfuckers, you can be like, I told y'all who's better. At least them bitches can fly jets, but they can't run fast. But that's what you got to do in combat. So that's why we won.
Second best pilots in the military.
Yeah. Third best.
Third best pilots in the military.
Are we talking world or U.S.?
U.S.
Oh, yeah. Second best for sure. Although the Marines come pretty close, even though they're flying Navy jets. I never understood that either, but whatever.
Well, here's a part of the show where I didn't really tell you I was going to do this, but so I have a buddy named Stephen Cribben. He actually he passed away in 2017. So what I'd like to do is read his bio that was published when he passed, and I'm going to read his citations. So I'm going to read this real quick so I can get through it. I've got the honor and privilege of going to Colorado Springs, watching the Air Force and Army game this weekend. And while I'm there, I'm going to break bread with the parents of Stephen Cribben, Leslie and Joseph. And let me just read this real quick. Let me get through this before I get all choked up. Sergeant First Class Stephen Baxter Cribben, beloved husband, father, and soldier, passed away on November 4th, 2017 in Logar Province, Afghanistan. He was born in Rawlins, Wyoming on January 27th, 1984, the first of two children born to Joseph and Leslie Cribben. Stephen graduated from Royal High School in Simi Valley, California in 2002. After graduation, he joined the Army in November as a military police officer. He served in multiple military police units, including in Korea and Germany. Stephen was deployed 3 times with the 716th MP Battalion. First to Egypt in 2005. I saw him there. Afghanistan in 2006. I was there with him with 561. in Iraq in 2007. This is when he was the PSD squad leader for our battalion commander and battalion command sergeant. Stephen attended Special Forces Assessment and Selection in November 2011. He graduated from the Special Forces Q course in December 2014 and was assigned to the 10th Special Forces Group at Fort Carson. He was a Future Plans and Non-Commissioned Officer with the Special Operations Command for Forward North and West Africa, then served as Senior Communications Sergeant for Special Forces Operational Detachment Alpha. He deployed to Afghanistan again, this time with 2nd Battalion 10th Group in September. Stevens awards and decorations include the Bronze Star Medal, 3 Army Accommodation Medals, 9 Army Achievement Medals, a Meritorious Unit Citation, the Afghan Campaign Medal, the Iraq Campaign Medal, the Combat Action Badge, the Special Forces Tab, the Parachutist Badge, the Air Assault Badge, the Pathfinder Badge. Stephen enjoyed spending time, and he also received posthumously a Silver Star, and I'm going to read that in a second. Stephen enjoyed spending time mountain and road biking. He was a consummate athletic dude. He taught me how to play rugby. This is not part of the bio. I'm just waxing poetic about it. I love this dude. He also loved brewing his own beer. So I don't have a picture of the beer he's on, but I'm sure I'll have that when I get back. Building things around the house and trying new things. While stationed in Germany, Stephen enjoyed traveling across Europe to see many tourist things and many off the beaten path things. Spending time with friends and family was extremely important to Stephen. He leaves behind his devoted wife, Shelley, loving children, Connor and Wyatt, a sibling, Whitney, precious niece and nephews, Sophia and Arik, and as well as numerous caring family and friends. His Silver Star citation. The President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress, takes pride in presenting the Silver Star posthumously to Sergeant First Class Stephen Baxter Cribben, United States Army, for gallantry in action while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an armed hostile force while serving with the 2nd Battalion, 10th Special Forces Group Airborne in action against the enemy in Logar Province, Afghanistan, in support of Operation Inherent Resolve on 4 November 2017. His gallant actions and dedicated devotion to duty, without regard for his own life, were in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army. Cribben was a hero to all of us in the 716th MP Battalion well before he joined the Special Forces. But of course, he distinguished himself even more along that journey as well by doing what he did every day. We always repeated his saying, he woke up and pissed excellence. This dude was the epitome of a battle buddy, a fucking warrior, and Stephen Baxter Cribben, KIA, 4 November 2017. We'll never forget you, brother. Sorry, I didn't want to tell you I was doing that because I didn't want to get emotional earlier.
Hey, it's all good, bro.
And with that, I think we're done. I don't think anything else needs to be said.
Yep. All right. Let's get out of here. We'll talk to you later next week.
If you or someone you know is in crisis, contact the Veterans Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255. Then press 1.